I'm sorry we're a little late. It is day 16 of the counting of the Omer. It's the 2nd of May, 2022, 2222. A tender day for my family. It's the day a year ago today my beautiful nephew Garrett died suddenly in California. It says the art site today. We've had a lot of loss of young people, too much. And I like to dedicate this learning to him because it's all about love. And he was a love. So we're going to start with counting of the Omer. And we're in the new moon. Here comes Jim. And, 2nd of May again. It's the 16th, and it's the 1st of Iyar. It's Rosh Chodesh Iyar.
It is?
Yeah, today is Rosh Chodesh Iyar. I don't know, I think there's something about this movement, and it means that it's Eid. It means that Ramadan is over. The month of Ramadan, also a lunar month, is over for our Muslim friends. My friend Gazala, we had an iftar with her family and some of our other friends last week, and she said, I just can't wait to just wake up and be able to have my cup of tea. But it's a real commitment to fast every day. Muslims get up really early in the morning, like before the sun, and eat a little bit, and then they fast all day from sun up to sundown. And then they have a feast. It's a real intentional month. So the month of Ramadan is over. Our month of
Where's the man?
Sivan is over, and we're beginning Iyar. Huh? Where's the man? Here he is. And of course, we've been counting this Omer period with Shir HaShirim because, first of all, it is the poetry for Passover. It is the Megillah, the book for Passover. And this is the book of all books, Shir HaShirim, the Shir of all Shirs, the song of all songs. And it's all about love. I mean, it really is about love. It's just about love. It's about, as it says, we just read this, Anila Dodiva Dodili. It's not just about love, it's about belonging.
Hello, Larry. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Debbie.
It's about belonging to
Hello,
each
Rebecca.
other. It's beyond love. It's deeper than love.
Deeper than love?
It is deeper than love. It's about belonging. It's about even when you get mad at each other and you go through tough times.
Like if you join AAA, you belong to that as deeper than love?
No, it's a different kind of belonging.
Okay.
It's the belonging that no matter what happens, you go through hell, you go through nightmares.
Nafsho kishurav nafsho.
Your souls are bound up to each other. Nafsho kishurav nafsho.
Kishurav.
You just tough it out. Whatever it is, you tough it out because you belong to each other.
Tough it out.
You do, right?
I don't know. I'm picking up on this language here. Trying to figure out what you're talking about.
I don't know. It just is what it is. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about, right?
It is what it is.
Somebody out there knows.
That's the smartest thing you said so far that I've heard.
Thanks a lot.
It is what it is.
Oh my God.
That's Ecclesiastes.
I know.
That's Solomon's other work, Ecclesiastes. Until then, you were speaking Proverbs.
You hate Proverbs. I know that. Platitudes. You hate that.
I do.
I know you hate that.
I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite thing.
So
let's sing this. Let's open with a song for the new moon. How about that? It's Iyar, right? Iyar. Oh, it's the new moon. It's Iyar or Iyar?
Iyar.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. When our kids were little, they used to call it the Iyar room from Winnie the Pooh. Iyar was always so sad, so they used to call it the Iyar room.
Yeah, he was always.
We went to the Iyar room a lot. We were in that Iyar room a lot when they were little. Unfortunately.
I apologize for the quality of voice because here in our undisclosed location on the in the omphalos, the belly button of America, there's lots of allergens in the air.
There really are. Oh my God.
On the other hand, it's a spring is bursting out all over. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi HaShirim, Malachi Elyon, Malachi Harachamim, Mi Melech. On the other hand, it's Malachi HaMelachim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You know, this melody for Shalom Aleichem, this text for it is perfect for what we're doing.
Why?
Because it adds the extra set of angels, the Malchei Harachamim, the angels of mercy, the middle pole, the synthesizing pole. And as we go through this Sfirot, in the counting, we're counting first. We mention the tension between the dyads, the twos, and then we always add the third because it's two sets of three, two triads, the Sfirot, the second and the third, and then, of course, the Malchut, the spigot, right? Oh shoot, I got to talk to you.
Who is it?
That's just give me a second.
Uh-oh.
It's really important.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are in the So I think Jim is kind of saving a life there. Somebody who needed some referrals to help lift him up out of a dark place. So let's hope that the attributes or the sensibilities of this third week that we're in, which is Tiferet, is beauty, has enough power, has enough energy to do what it needs to do to help people kind of lift themselves up out of darkness and keep on this path, because that's what the Omer is. It's really a path. We're going from slavery, from being a stuck place to, being less stuck, being a little more free. So this is the third week, and this is Gevura within Tiferet. And what I love about what Jim has done with Gevura, I would have said Gevura was strength, but instead what he says is Gevura is restraint. And I like that. So if Chesed is this unconditional mother love, this unconditional do anything for you, Gevura is the boundary. And we need both. We need both, kind of a little bit of restraint, because, there's this a beautiful notion, and it came up in one of the words yesterday, tzimtzum, right? There's this notion of tzimtzum, that you can take up too much space. God could have taken up too much space, and then there wouldn't have been space for us. So God kind of sucked God's self up into God's self and became a little more concentrated, but also made space for us. I think there's always a veil of godliness in that space, but it's not so concentrated, so it leaves room for us. And I think that's how we explain the imperfection of creation. That's how we explain how we can do what we do as human beings. But on the flip side of that, we also have this free will that allows us to be godlike, that allows us to be versions of God in that space. And it's just like a parent that, allows the child learning how to walk to fall a few times. And you could just carry a child, until you can't carry them anymore, but they'll never learn to walk. So you kind of do this tzimtzum, you pull back. This is Gevura, and you allow space for the other to be. So this is Gevura within Tiferet, within beauty. And here's the poem Jimmy gives over to this day. Dear friend, be careful not to give yourself away today. You have what to give. You also have what to withhold. Love is yes, but sometimes love is also no. Be careful in that tree of Tiferet. Beauty, blink. You could miss it. Chesed is love. Gevura, restraint. Tiferet this week. Beauty. Netzach, you think you know. Hod, you don't. Yesod, foundation in the body. And Malchut, the spigot that allows us to flow into the universe, allows us to flow into each other's lives when it's right, allows us, all godliness, all of these beautiful attributes to flow into creation. And here's the blessing for the counting of the Omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al svirat HaOmer. Today is day 16. Day 16 of the counting of the Omer. Every day a little bit further along our way. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al la'asok b'divrei Torah. Thank you, God, for commanding us to soak ourselves, to busy ourselves, to study words of Torah together. So I would like to start again with chapter 4. We're up to chapter 4. Chapter 4 begins, hine, right? Hinach, yafa, rayati. Behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. How beautiful you are, my love, my friend. And then, we get the birds again, right? That your eyes, the doves of your eyes looking out from the thicket of your hair. We talked about that. Is it a veil? Is it hair? This notion of the veil, I think is just so important. It's not a mask, right? It's not a masicha. It's a veil. A veil is very different from a mask. A mask you can't see through. The masks of Purim, right? The mask of Esther. It's not that, she took off her mask, but she still had the veil, right? The veil allows us to kind of be discreet, be modest, but still be seen. Because a veil you can see through, right? The veil, as we said once before, allows us to see the wind. All right, no, that's okay. I did this. We're back to chapter 4.
Sweet.
We did all the blessings. We counted the beautiful poetry, and now we are let's catch up. Let's start chapter 4 again. I just started with verse 1. That veil or the hair, the trail down from Mount Gilead, right? Like the goats. We talked a lot about the goats yesterday. So let me just read it again. Like your teeth, these are very famous descriptions of her. That again, it's this. What's so beautiful and what's so distinct about Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, is that it mirrors nature. It really, people who see God in nature, right? This is a great way for us to experience the holiness, because the mirror here to beauty, the mirror to love, is the natural world.
Did you read this? Love is yes, love is also no.
I did.
Did you?
I did read it. I read it. I did it. I did it.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome very much.
I'm gonna file it away here.
Yeah, file it away. It was a good one. It was a really good one. And I talked about restraint and
Okay.
what that means. And Tzimtzum.
Spigot? Did you do
the
spigot?
I did the spigot.
Okay,
We
good.
did the whole thing, right?
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. So let's catch up to where we are.
Okay.
Just by going through the beginning of chapter 4. Your teeth, like white little sheep, right? All alike. Right? Those teeth. He's like obsessed with these teeth. They're all alike. But not when not when you look at the sheep. Only when they come right out of the water and they're nice and clean, and they, before they get all brambled up. Marcia Falk wrote a beautiful poem, Sheep the way you imagine them to be, not the way they really are. Isn't that a great line? No? Don't you love that line? I love that line.
What's that, honey?
Marcia Falk wrote a poem And I think the reference maybe even came from here.
Oh.
The thing about these sheep that come right out of the water,
Oh,
they all
yeah.
look the same. They're all pristine. They're all beautiful before they get to be really sheepy, where brambles get in there. They're all different. They're all really different colors if you look really carefully, and they're all brambly and knotted.
Yeah.
So she wrote this line in a poem: sheep the way you imagine them to be, not the way they really are.
Oh, that's so nice.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, I think it may have come from here. Because
sure.
she did this great image here. Okay, the teeth, the lips like a thread of scarlet. The mouth is
time I
perfect.
slept underneath the meadow where the sheep were
That was me.
in Ireland. Did I ever tell you about that?
You did?
Mm.
No, you didn't. I was with you in Ireland.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. But I slept in Tlemcen. I just talked about this with someone.
I was born in Tlemcen.
Someone came to the shul and she told me her husband was from Tlemcen.
Oh.
No, Algeria.
Yeah.
I said, I've been to Tlemcen. She said, you've been to Tlemcen?
Yeah.
So Tlemcen is this holy city on the border of Algeria. You were there.
I was born there in Morocco.
It's a holy city. It's a lot of saints are buried there. And it's right on the border of Algeria and Morocco.
You know where the synagogue is in that city?
There's no city. It's in Oujda.
Oujda, right?
The synagogue is right across the border in Oujda. That was me. That's my story. I know he likes the story. It was amazing. It was so beautiful. And
really?
My sister and
How'd you find the synagogue, by the way?
Oh, well, we were sitting on a stoop and it was Rosh Hashanah. It was the new moon. And I was feeling so sad that we didn't have a place to go. There were no Jews there in Oujda, Morocco, on the border.
No. Anymore.
But so my sister and I, and my sister Lisa, and I were sitting on a stoop. And I was feeling kind of sad, and we were sitting there like eating something, we had just picked up. And I looked up so we were outside a bakery, and we're sitting on the stoop, and I looked up and I could see in the window of the
bakery.
Actually it was across the street from the bakery.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked in the window, and above the bakery was a Jewish star. Mm-hmm. So the bakery had been the synagogue.
Yeah.
And, had it been today, I would have had a picture of it. But in those days, the 70s, like who took pictures that we have today? I don't even know where they are. But I remember seeing that Jewish star and saying, oh, my God, this was a Jewish place. And it's Rosh Hashanah.
And if you ask anybody in the town, how do you find the synagogue? They say, follow your nose.
That's right. Yeah, because it was the bakery.
The bakery.
It was the bakery. And we could see. And then I turned around. And sure enough, on the top of the lintel of the bakery was a Jewish star. It had been the synagogue.
Nice.
It was a beautiful moment. But Tlemcen, Algeria was this holy place. And we woke up in this garden. We went to sleep. It was very dark. We didn't know where we were.
Yeah.
We woke up in the morning and it was a garden, and there were cows, a sheep, goat, and they were kind of licking us. And these beautiful people brought us breakfast in the garden. We felt like we were in the Garden of Eden.
There you go. That's a good Shir HaShirim story, I think.
Yeah, I felt like it was a lot of love.
Say good morning to Alyssa. Good morning to Tracy and Joy. Joy's with us from far away.
California, right?
Okay, that's good. So where we at? The sheep. Okay, so we got the sheep. We got the teeth, right? The beautiful image of the teeth. Interesting image of the teeth. They have so much to do with the sheep, right? Kechut hashani, like a thread of scarlet. Her lips, her lips like a thread of scarlet. That's interesting. Yeah. Nice. And so mouth, desirous and beautiful. It also has a significance of desire in it.
Oh, and then of course we come to the neck.
Yeah, the neck, the famous neck.
Oh my God.
The long neck. The long neck is a sign of beauty. The
long neck, like the Tower of David.
Among our people,
raised in splendor, but we don't really get this part.
Who's that actress that has a long neck? Is this
Hang upon it.
Julia Roberts, like Migdal David, like a Tower of David with turrets and stuff on it. Talpiot, this unusual word. Who knows what that is? We have a neighborhood named after it now.
I think it's maybe that it's long enough that could happen.
Yeah,
Talpiot. Long enough that, and then Oh, that's why I ended up doing that whole teaching this morning, because we got to the Ketoret.
Right.
We got to the frankincense and the myrrh.
But wait a second.
What?
Let's Talpiot. Rashi, I think, takes it from a root of Aleph, to teach. Aleph, which is an interesting way to derive it, because, and the Targum, he takes it from the Targum, I think. And
Yeah.
he's trying to figure out what is this word, because
Right.
it's such an unusual word.
Talpiot.
Talpiot, yeah.
It's a neighborhood in Jerusalem. Is that where Iyar is?
Right next to it, yes.
Yeah, so, it's a great place of learning. It happens there today, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I think it is in Talpiot,
is.
yeah. In Talpiot, Aleph, and then you get Aleph right after it. I think it's an Elysian, because the word comes after it.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1,000 shields,
That's
armor.
verse 4. Now verse 5.
And then,
Your breasts like two fawns, twins of a gazelle. Which
gazelle's so beautiful.
And this is
Haruim.
Feeds among the lilies.
Haruim Shushanim.
What a beautiful image that is, right?
Haruim.
To feed among, grazing in the field of lilies. Beautiful.
Ad sheyafuach, until the day breathes. V'nasu hatzelalim, and the shadows depart.
Yeah.
Elech, I will go. I will
get me.
Because there's an extra li there, an extra dative to me or something.
Nice, yeah. Yeah.
Elech li.
Yeah, it's funny. I will get me to the mountain.
Like lech lecha.
Yeah,
Elech
extra word there.
Li.
Beautiful.
El Har Hamur, and this is where we, in an earlier verse, we thought it was referring to this, the mountain of spice here, the mountain of myrrh, of spice, the spice, more. Har Hamur El Givat HaLevona, and the hill of Levona, which we assume is frankincense. It's some sort of resin, that has
merchants. Very exotic spice, right?
Spice road.
Verse 7.
Kulach Yafa. All of you, so beautiful.
Oh, this is a beautiful last line for
Rayati.
that section.
My beloved, my sweet.
Perfect one.
Maybe sweetheart would be a better translation. Rayati, it's not exactly, it's not, my friend does not capture it.
Rayati. No,
but it's also not my love either.
No, it's my intimate. It's
my intimate.
It's my nafsho kisharav nafsho. It's the person I belong to, that even when you're, kind of in those difficult places, you still belong to each other.
I like to revive the word sweetheart.
Okay.
It's a word from another era, but it's good. My sweetheart. Umum ein bach. Umum means I don't know. There must be a better way to say this. A blemish, like
there is no blemish on you.
Imperfection. No, nothing imperfect. Ein bach. It's not in you.
I can tell you what Marsha Falk does with that.
Yeah.
These guys say, "You are beautiful, my love, my perfect one." So they just go right to that.
Perfect. I guess perfect is the way, but it's...
How fine you are, my love, my perfect one. Even the blocks say that. You're just perfect. There's no blemish on you.
No imperfection. But it's given in the negative, though. Ein bach. It's not, no imperfection.
I wonder if
Hello, Michael. No imperfection.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should stop there because we're already at 23 minutes, 24 minutes. So we'll have to, that's all right. We're scooting along in this text.
We've got a lot of days to keep getting through this, but what a beautiful, so we're in chapter 4. We went through verse 7.
We only have 8 chapters.
I know. We'll pick up on verse 8 tomorrow. And, he's getting more intimate. He's going to call her his bride tomorrow. So we get the man's voice tomorrow again.
We've enjoyed this Shir HaShirim very much, more than we thought we would, I think. We're having a similar experience as we had.
And I'll tell you, yesterday when we talked about the spices, it really, I tell stories to the little children at Mirowitz on Monday mornings, and one of the things we spoke about yesterday was how the helbana, the stinky spice, has to be part of the whole, the whole
Stinky spice, right?
the stinky spice. Yeah. So one of the kids, I said, "So what was that helbana, and why was it there?" And oh my God, they got it. Didn't they? Didn't
Yeah.
you heard some of them? One little boy said, "It's really the stinky cheese," which I thought was brilliant because people it stinks, but you eat it. It's delicious. It's aged. It's important. But the kids really got it. They said, if we're going to bring the worlds together, the upper world and the lower world, this is 5 and 6 year olds, kindergarten kids. They said, you got to include everything. I said, maybe the stinky spice is this world and the sweet spices are that world. And if we're going to bring them together, we need all of it. We need all of it.
They get going like this.
Yeah, they go like that. That's our
Like
image
this.
of Tikkun Olam, is bringing the worlds closer together.
It's
So
really
why
cute.
don't we have to do a Mishaberach, a healing, and maybe a blessing today.
Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf. For the healing of the spirit and the healing of the body, for those we know, for those we don't know. On my right, the angel Michael. On my left, the angel Gabriel. In front of me, the angel Uriel, 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 Uriel. Behind me, the angel Raphael. Above my head, above my head, above my head, above my head. Shekhinah. Baruch atah Adonai. Rofei hachulim, blessed are you, great healer. Amen, 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 amen,
Thanks for joining us on the 16th day of the counting of the Omer, the new moon.
Sometimes
Iyar.
love is yes, sometimes it's no.
So true.
We're in the week of synthesis of beauty, so this is your spiritual alignment. Get out and find a little beauty today. Attach yourselves to it. Leave some for somebody else.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And have a great 16th day, new moon day. And we continue moving through the Omer.
Ciao,
Shir,
babies.
HaShirim.